Hi everyone, and welcome to today's workshop. I wanted to take a couple of seconds to introduce you to the YMCA Employment Services for those of you that are not already familiar. Whether you're looking for an entry-level job or more senior role, finding a job is never easy, and that's why our free employment programs are here to support you throughout this process. During the times of COVID, we have moved our services online and virtually offer workshops. In addition to Monday to Friday from 12 to 2, employment coaches are here to support you and answer your employment questions in real time. Check out our website for more information about all of the services we have to offer. If you have any questions about today's workshop or any of our free employment programs, please contact one of our sites, St. Catharines, Thorold, or Niagara Falls. Thanks so much and have a great day.
Hi, welcome to Interviews for Types of Communication. My name is Kim and I'm an employment coach at the YMCA Employment and Immigrant Services out of Niagara, and I work at the Niagara Falls office.
Hi, my name is Brandy. I'm an employment coach and I work out of the St. Catharines office. Today we're going to be discussing types of communication. We will be reviewing the three components of communication in a job interview. We will be covering verbal, paraverbal, and nonverbal communication, as well as how to properly communicate a response in a job interview, as well as common mistakes and job interview responses. So what is communication? Communication is a process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behaviors. So what is the most important type of communication style in an interview? Is it verbal, paraverbal, or nonverbal?
So we're going to take the next moment to go through the actual breakdown of types of communication and what does that mean. So verbal communication is what we say, words we say to an interviewer when answering a question or speaking in general. This accounts for only 7% of the interview. This may be the biggest surprise. Paraverbal communication is how we say it. Tone, speed, volume, clarity, and the sound of voice accounts for 38% of the interview. Confidence is key. Nonverbal communication is how our body communicates. Communication through visual expressions, actions, body language, smiles, eye contact, and nodding head. This accounts for 55% of the interview. Here's just a graph and breakdown of all three types of communication. If we can remember, 55% is nonverbal, paraverbal 38%, and 7% for verbal.
So don't just focus on what you say, your verbal communication, but on how you say it. The content of your responses, your verbal communication, although important, it means less if the way and manner you respond is not taken into consideration. Entertain, build a rapport, and engage the interviewer. Make them remember you and stand out. Remember to use all types of communication in your interview response. For your verbal communication, be clear and concise with your examples as prepared ahead of time for your interview. Ensure complete answers to all parts of the question that have been asked of you. Practice and be honest. For your paraverbal communication, use reasonable speed and pace of speaking, positive and enthusiastic tone, and make sure your volume is not too loud or too quiet. For your nonverbal communication, use positive body language. So smile, make eye contact, and use the nodding of your head.
So we're going to go through a role play of how important to show you the types of communication is during an interview. So Randy, can you tell me about your weaknesses?
One of my weaknesses is time management. In the past, I found myself losing track of time and not able to complete tasks within the time frame needed. Since this time, I've found an effective way to stay on top of tasks and assignments by utilizing my calendar features, such as color coding, task reminders, and attending to tasks once completed. This method has had significant success in my current work abilities.
So if you paid attention to Randy's answer, she was very clear, she was very concise, she paid attention to her tone and her speed of her voice. So now we're going to switch.
So Kim, tell me about your weakness.
So one of my weaknesses, I guess, is time management. So in the past, I found myself losing track of time, not being able to complete tasks within a time frame as needed. Since this time though, I found an effective way to stay on top of tasks. So in assignments by utilizing my calendar features, so such as color coding, task reminders, and attending to tasks once completed. This method has been significant success in my current work abilities. Thank you.
So as you can see by Kim's answer, there's a big difference between the first example and the second. Kim's pitch was up and down, her speed was very inconsistent, and she didn't pay a lot of attention to her body language. She spun her chair, she played with her hair, and she was looking off center. This would be very distracting to an employer.
So some types of communication, here are things to remember and not to do during your interview. Don't answer the questions too fast. Don't be overly thorough, be concise. Don't answer only one part of the question when there are two parts to the question being asked. Don't answer without fully understanding the question being asked. You are able to ask the interviewer to repeat the question if you're uncertain. So thank you so much for attending our types of communication.
If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to any of our 3 sites in Thorold, St. Catharines, or Niagara Falls. Have a great